Turkey has a population of 85 million people. Officially 50 million live in Istanbul, unofficially around 20 million. Estimated 4 million are refugees. This is the population of Berlin, the capital and largest city of Germany. Did you know Turkey is home to the world's largest refugee population? I met these three boys having a campfire next to Galata Bridge, right in the center of the city. Can you imagine that? Here you will meet daily plenty locals fishing fresh fish. Let me welcome you to Istanbul. Only city in the world that straddles into two continents and date back 3000 years ago. I'm Marcin. I lived and filmed 2 months in Istanbul, and my goal is to give you an insight into an eclectic mix of cultures, traditions, flavors and colors that greets you by visiting Istanbul. Let's the journey begin. Arriving here, my first attention got all the homeless dogs and cats. Luckily, they have plenty of food provided, and everywhere in the city you will recognize little huts prepared. The New York Times estimated that there are more than 130,000 dogs and 125,000 cats roaming free. Mostly they are medical checked and marked. Istanbul is a giant metropolis which extends into both Europe and Asia. Separated by the Bosphorus, the city is connected via 3 suspension bridges and 1 tunnel, which provides a little relief for the ongoing traffic problem. Since 1973, the Bosphorus Bridge, with a length of 1,560 meters and a height of 64 meters, is the most important crossover within the city. For the first 3 years, pedestrians could walk over the bridge. Nowadays, only cars are allowed. Around 200,000 vehicles pass daily on both directions. This is also the bridge which was on 15 July 2016 blocked by a faction of Turkish armed forces during a coup attempt against state institutions, including the government and the current controversial president Recep Tayyip Erdoğan. The coup attempt failed. 249 people lost their lives. More than 2,000 were injured. To have a better understanding for the current situation of the people in Turkey and Istanbul, let me give you a short insight to economy, politics, religion and history, as it has a strong influence and you can feel it everywhere being in this country. Today, the city's economy is responsible for 27% Turkish GDP. Arriving here, you will get more than 8 Turkish lira in exchange for $1. Just 3 years ago, you would get the half of it, only 4 Turkish lira. The currency is losing in value dramatically. Good for tourists, but a catastrophe for locals. An average salary is around 400 to 500 US dollars. Minimum salary is only 335 US dollars. Grandmothers, fathers, teenagers, I need to sell water bottles in traffic jam a whole day long. Just think about it. According to a ranking that measures the cost of living, rent, groceries, eating out and purchasing power, Turkey is the 116th cheapest of 138 countries worldwide. Bermuda, Switzerland and Norway are the most expensive. 75% of its resources, like gas and oil, Turkey needs to import. Oil prices are always quoted in US dollar, worldwide. The political situation gets tensed constantly and it's deeply integrated with people's lives. You probably have heard about the ongoing competing claims with Greece to energy reserves in contested eastern Mediterranean waters. Recep Tayyip Erdoğan is serving as the current president since 2014. From humble beginnings, Erdoğan has grown into a political giant, trying to reshaping Turkey constantly. In his first years, Turkey's economy was booming. The unemployment rate halved. The GDP quadrupled. Almost all people got a health insurance. Recep Tayyip Erdoğan stands up for the poor ones. In the meanwhile, President Erdoğan is losing approval of the population. Different locals I spoke to told me the people are divided into 50% who support the vision of the founder of Turkey, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, and 50% who support the vision of the current president. Turkey now ranks at 154 out of 180 countries in terms of freedom of press. Previously, it has even banned YouTube in 2007, but lifted the ban 3 years later. Allegations of corruption, no equality between man and woman, replacing frequently prosecutors, conversion of Hagia Sophia from museum to mosque. His critics call him an autocratic leader, intolerant of dissent, who harshly silence anyone who opposes him. Does Erdoğan want to establish his own Islamic State? Let me know your opinion. Did you know that it hasn't even been 100 years since modern Turkish Republic was founded? Before, the gigantic Muslim Ottoman Empire ruled from Europe to North Africa into Middle East. Istanbul was named Constantinople. It was the capital of the Ottoman Empire from 1453 to 1922. But being here, you need to dig deeper in history. This place has not always been influenced by Islam. The early settlements here dates back to 660 before Christi. Founded as a Greek city named Byzantium, which lasts for 1000 years. Most history books will tell you that the Roman Empire fell in the 5th century, but this would have come as a surprise to the millions of people who lived in the Roman Empire up through the Middle Ages. Are you a bit confused? Let me explain. In 395, Roman Empire divided into two. Constantine, the first Christian emperor, chose Byzantium as the new capital of the Roman Empire and founded a new city here, named after himself, Constantinople. At first, this city was called also New Rome. The Western Empire spoke Latin and was Roman Catholic. The Eastern Empire spoke Greek and worshipped under the Eastern Orthodox branch of the Christian Church. After the western part of the Roman Empire fell, the eastern half continued to exist as the Byzantine Empire, until the Ottoman Empire conquered Constantinople in 1453. Today, you still can find a lot of ancient landmarks. One of the most important certainly is Hagia Sophia. Built as a church, this architectural masterpiece is almost 1500 years old. It was for almost 1000 years the biggest church in Christianity. Throughout history, this holy place is also a piece of political exercise of power, converted from church to mosque, from mosque to museum, and again to mosque, just a year ago by the current president Erdoğan. What is your opinion? Should it be a church, what it actually was built for? A place to pray for Christians? Should it be a museum, a historical place, a tourist attraction? Or should it be one of more than 3,000 mosques in Istanbul? After the Ottoman Empire fell apart in World War I, Mustafa Kemal, who was born in Salonika, nowadays Thessaloniki, and the second largest city in Greece, founded Turkey in 1923. And he also got his name Atatürk, father of the Turks. Atatürk's vision was to build a secular, modern Western-oriented nation-state. Ankara became the capital of Turkey. For the first time ever, a Muslim country was not ruled by religion anymore. The separation of state and religion were historically established. Adhan, the prayer call, which is in Arabic all over the world, was changed to be in Turkish. Even the word Allah was translated. The government traditionally banned women who wear headscarves from working in the public sector. Arabic alphabet was replaced by Latin-based modern Turkish alphabet. Kids became required to attend school. In 1935, women of Turkey were allowed to vote in the national elections for the first time. Istanbul, a very interesting city with its unique vibe, great views and steep streets. Make sure to divide into the Turkish food culture. What is it?
We have tantuni here. It's traditional Turkish street food actually.
Very delicious.
Desserts worldwide, known as super special.
This is Turkish delight with honey.
My favorite, fresh fish kebab at Galata Bridge, Turkish street food style. Enjoy a Turkish pizza called lahmacun. Karaköy and Balat, with its beautiful tiny cafes spread among colorful streets where artists express their creativity. Also, Istanbul is awaiting you with wonderful sites like the Topkapi Palace, which served in the 15th and 16th centuries as the main residence and administrative headquarters of the Ottoman sultans. Galata Tower, the perfect place to be to get a 360 view of the city. In the past, this tower was also used to spot fires within the city. You also can have a ride with the second oldest subway in the world, which started transporting people in 1875. In London, you will find the oldest one. Now where ancient heritage, Christianity and Oriental culture merge like in the city on the Bosporus, I totally recommend to visit and spend some days there. I am sure you will love the warm hospitality of the Turks. Thank you for having me, Istanbul.
I love Istanbul because we have everything here, like forest, like big sea, and we have Bosphorus, we have city life, we have historical sites.
I hope this little documentary could give you a short insight into what is awaiting you, and now it's time for yourself to discover it by your own. But before, it's time for you to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Stay fair, and if you like to stay in touch, welcome to my channel, subscribe, and see you in the next video.